I hate that when this happens. Alright, let's see. Oh, nope. Yo, mama. No, I'm just kidding. Putting in some brackies first. Guess so. But hopefully I fixed the problem, whatever it was. Ooh, I almost forgot. Ain't that the God's honest truth? Oop. No, never heard of it. Oh, geez, you are thirsty. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully, whatever the problem is done. Oh. Okay, so now we can release the paras. I like the woodland pattern. It's pretty good for them. I like that it almost has like a purple stripe on the back. Have you tried turning it off and back on again? Oh my god, I watched a Ruby comic dub that did that. It was joking about Penny. Quick, son! Take off what little bit of a shirt you have! Now you, Yang! Whoa, hold on a second! Salutations. It worked! That shit was so funny. That shit was lit. Let's see. Okay, here's the first one. So... one. Oh, whatever. It's not like I get monetized for this anyway. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My content is not specifically family friendly, so they cannot force me. I oppose censorship. Are we gonna have another copter trying to catapult a dinosaur to the moon? I honestly hope. I sure as hell hope not. Although that's always funny when it does happen, isn't it? Huh? Oop. That reminds me. Yep, that actually happened. Put one here. One here. One here. Yeah, it was a glitch. It was a hilarious glitch. No, come on. There we go. Not really, because then you have to worry about it basically breaking its bones. But I get what you mean. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. Do. Can't damn ladies sing this song all the doo-dah day. Un momento, por favor. Shh, pretend that's not a thing, Justin. Shut up, Justin. Stop bringing logic into it. Alrighty. I mean, you're not wrong. Alright, time to release this last one real quick.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
Sorry, I had to mute myself again. Burb.
Asset in transit.
Do I have a favorite sauropod? Depends. Do you mean in general, or just for the, or in this game? Ah, damn it. Probably I probably have to say Brachiosaurus just because it's an offhand answer. You say that as if it were a bad thing. Just be sitting there with my hands in my ass. Well, at that point, that's a personal problem, mate. I can't fix that for you. Alright, then. Alright, see.
Asset has been transported.
Hey, dude, T-Rex is my favorite dinosaur of all time, and that's a basic. I literally don't care. I have stated this numerous times. You guys know this. Why are you being a... Oh, those are all good. Interesting Torosaurus is a favorite, but hey, I don't blame you. It's cool. Oh shit! I know, right? That big head. It's a Pokemon. Pikachu. Damn it. There we go. That's better. I know, it's all good. Hey, Wolf, what's up, buddy? Oh. I mean, in some ways it kind of is. Alright. Danny DeVito, I like that comparison. You lied to me! Oh my god, Discord is blowing up. I started blasting.
Pleased to welcome a pteranodon to the park.
Let's see. I'm trying to lower it. Oh my god, are you serious? No. It's been raining. Huh? A little bit of rocket, a little bit of trigonometry, a little grifting. So a little bit of tree, a little bit of TP in the tree, a little grifting. Ah. Ding 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 ding! Yahtzee, we have a winner. There we go. Your prize, a nuke. There we go. Let's see. Tree here. Put one there. Some rocks, because I like rocks. I think that looks good.
Request acknowledged. We are pleased to welcome a Herrerasaurus to the park. Understood. Confirmed.
Catch those dinos.
Adding task. Asset collection request received. Asset to be collected.
Hello.
Warning.
Ow.
Ranger vehicle under attack.
Little blighter. Go to sleep, little dino, go to sleep. Alright.
Acknowledging asset
3.
request. En route.
4. Alrighty, so now... How many shots does it take to bring down a Herrerasaurus? About 2, I think. Yeah, it's 2 shots. And I mean a tranquilizer.
Rotation in progress.
Also, those misses. Oh, shut up. It's not my fault my people have stormtrooper aim.
Transit has commenced.
And not the good ones from World War I. Oop, before I forget. There we go. Alrighty. Now. Shut up.
Confirmed asset delivery.
Shush, 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 shush. Well, I put it this way, Justin. If my people had the aim of like the stormtroopers of World War I, they'd be getting a pay raise.
Asset has been transported. Asset delivery confirmed.
Exactly.
Delivery has been completed.
Like, I'm trying to save you. I've read the title. I've seen the future. I know what happens. Alright, how are we doing over here, boys and girls? Aw. I don't know what it is, but I love the Herrera's feeding animation. Wouldn't you like to know? Oh, before I forget. Oh, no, go back up. There we go. I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing again? Oh, right. Sorry, brain fart. Alright. Water? What the heck? Okay. Weird. But whatever. Oh, fudge you. Fudge. That's not an F-bomb. Fudge you. Some days. All right. Do you really want me to answer that? No, I'm really not. I still want to burn a copy of that. I still want to burn that book, though. And And for anybody curious what we're talking about, I am not giving any context. Tom, Justin, don't you tell either. You should have told me, but you did, and now I'm telling everybody else. You don't want to know. Okay. I had to do it. Oh. Oh, I believe it. Again, we are not giving any context. Blame Canada! True, but they also gave us Justin Bieber. Do 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 do. Alright, so... yes, perfect. Yeah, you're not the first one. Other people have had that problem too lately, Matt. I don't know what's going on there. It's weird. YouTube, you need to fix that. Preferably sooner rather than later. Who am I kidding? They probably won't. Let's see. It's a family reunion! Alrighty. Gonna go ahead and get the problem children out of the way. Sir, I'm sorry, but the show has already started. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Okay. Well, I guess I gotta go too then. The Stegosaurus are the problem child? Yes, they are. Because they are the biggest pain in the tuchus. Dingus Dangus Dungus. You know what? They are in terms of sauropods, but they're pretty easy to deal with, especially if you have, like... The Stegosaurus are problem children because of the fact that they have such a high social need in this game. They need a minimum of 5 just to be happy. Like I said, it's a major pain in the arse. See, YouTube? I'm not swearing, so you. Alright. Put this one over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. What happens if you have them more 5 like they are Triceratops from the books and just start killing each other? If you have more than 5. Well, Stegosaurus has a... Like I said, it's basically a minimum population of 5 for their species, their social requirement, and their most is 9. So which is pretty high. If you go over the species number, then yeah, most of your animals, at least especially the ones that can fight back, will start killing each other, and it's a real pain. It's a real pain, I have to say. It's a real pain. Or the Madonnas in this game, correct? Yes, they are. They and the Muttaburrasaurus. Which, honestly, I'm tempted to throw them in here with them, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna put that one there. Put one here. And one here. Feeder there. Feeder there. And a feeder here. They have the what's the problem? I'll show you. Oh. Social group. Minimum of 6. Yeah, again, a pain to work with, but other than that, they're alright. You heard about the game Zoocosis? Yeah, I saw the trailers for it. It looks pretty freaky. It's basically The Thing, but at a zoo. I know, like I said, it's freaky as hell, and I love it. Actually, you know what?
Asset transportation complete.
Hey, we told you, you were not ready, okay? It's like that scene in, like, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's like, it just seems like yesterday I was wiping the tears from Carlton's eyes. No, that was yesterday, Aunt Viv. I told you, that boy was not ready for Jurassic Park. Do 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 do.
Transporting asset.
I don't care what you say, that scene was not okay. I don't know why you're mad at me. I didn't make the damn movie. I just enjoy it. It does, Mad. Damn it. You know what else they have in Canada? What? Naked panda men. Don't worry, Panda, we'll give you a homeless man mulligan. Ah! Mulligan revoked. Your brain is like a YouTube poop. Thank you. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Oh, come on. Stupid fence. That's a sauropod, so it's going to take 5 minutes. No. A bridge cell building the arena whenever you are putting up fencing. Hey, it's a good trick for helping you get an idea what you want to do. Thank you, Matt N7. No, Red, I don't think I will explain.
Request acknowledged.
And that one's still green! I can relate to that on so many levels. Oh god, what did you do? Oh god. I've seen this. Christ almighty, the internet has way too much free time on its hands, boys. Because usually when it comes to certain BS, you're usually at the heart of it. Oh, for God's sake. Just go around it, you dummy. Okay. One Apathosaurus.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
Yes. Okay, we still do that. Yeah, about to say. Whole new meaning to shit posting. Okay, that was funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. That was good.
En route to pick up the asset. Asset in transit.
Nah, it's all good, Justin.
Asset has been collected. Transporting asset.
Alright, let's see.
Asset has been delivered. Confirming asset delivery. Asset transported. Asset has been delivered.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so now I need to go to Path Tools again. Alright. No idea. Well, to be fair, it's because Jack Black sings it. And let's be honest, anything with Jack Black is a meme. The man himself is a living meme. Convince me otherwise. I dare you. Ooh, Diplodocus are done. I will be right there. Ah, no, I didn't mean to do that. Crap. Okay. Okay, we fixed the problem. Oh, shit. Baryonic swamp. Oh shit. Sames. It just works, it just works. They really are. I love that they just look like they're ripped straight from Walking with Dinosaurs. Oh, for crying out loud, will you just go around the right way? That's one thing I definitely agree that Evolution 2 definitely fixed is the frickin' Ranger AI. Rippy dippy. Rippipipperitos.
Ranger vehicle under attack.
We're not under attack. Shut up. And people seriously think, it is so stupid. Never work. Who wants to see a monkey jumping around in a cartoon world? Hey Tommy, do you want to die? Oh, fuck you. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am so sorry about that, boys. I don't know what just happened there. Something went down the wrong pipe. I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh. Come on! I'm so... Now you know how I felt the other night. Oh my god. And a paralyzed sphincter muscle. Come on! I'm glad you really did. I'm glad you enjoyed that, dude. Oh my god. It literally just happened so unexpectedly, so I do apologize for that, boys. Come on. Ah, you bitch. Of course. Okay. Let's try this again. No, that's okay. We don't need to do that. Okay, so now we're just gonna put... Looks like an ink blot test at the shrink's office. Now tell me, Mr. Mack, what do you see when you look at this? When you look at this?
Asset delivery confirmed.
It's South Africa. No, it's a jizz stain on the ground. No, I can kind of see it. Alright. But yeah, I'm sorry about the coughing, boys. That literally just unexpectedly happened. For some reason, I just swallowed wrong, and next thing I know, I'm having a coughing fit. So I am sorry. I did not predict that was going to happen. Hopefully, that'll be the only time tonight it happens. Alright, let's see. Medium carnivore. Oop. Perfect, just in time. Release. Release. Better a coughing fit than fitting in a coffin. Okay. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And 4. Let's see, okay.
Transportation underway. Assets in the air. Asset transportation in progress.
Karma! No, come on. Yes, there we go. Thank you.
Delivery complete.
Oh, let me check on them, I guess, real quick. Here comes a new challenger! I'm out of here. Make a bunch of squares into a circle. Wow, you cannot type tonight to save your life. I'm sober, I swear. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Kentucky. So he's hallucinating. Alright, he's stalling. Put it up his ass. Oh, what the hell? Karma! What the hell? Oh, no, come on, I had it. Yeah, I kind of like that. That looks pretty good. Nedry's death at the hands of the Dilophosaurus. Karma! Jurassic Park is frightening in the dark. All the dinosaurs. Ernest Hemingway, the man who was invincible until he decided not to be anymore. My fingers are starting to bloody hurt from typing. Well, then maybe you should take a chill pill. I don't know what else to bloody tell you. Alright, let's check on everybody so far. How's everybody doing? Alright, parasaurs are doing fine. Brachiosaurs are fine. Damn it, Death, just give the gun. I'll do it myself. I mean, you're not wrong. Herrerasaurus. Okay, this one's killed a goat. You've killed 3. You've killed 0, and you've killed 1. So, or number 2, you have the most goat kills. Billy gets picked by Pterosaurus. Karma! Exactly. Any of the deaths in the Lost World. Karma! The dude in Fallen Kingdom who the Indoraptor bites his arm off. Karma! Aw, the Dippies are all the way over here. Why are you guys all the way over here? I feel so bad for you. Bro, you tell Ernest story to any Game of Thrones. Oh, about plot armor. Let's not go there. I don't want to attract those people. Now to decide what else do I want to put in? No, stupid thing. It took decades, but Dodson. Karma! Exactly. And how ironic, too, that he was killed by the very thing that killed Dennis Nedry. What's your story? Oh! We're gonna get effing miles out of that. You damn right we are. We might as well. Some of the worst things imaginable have happened with the best of intentions. Ain't that the bloody truth? Seriously, it's like whenever Billy says, I did it with the best of intentions, all I can think is, funny, they said the same thing about The Purge. Not as bad as how he got it in the book. Oh no, I agree. But again, I'm fine with the death he got in the movie. Because it's like, admittedly, it felt like in a strange roundabout kind of way, it was like a full circle kind of thing. The Purge was a ridiculous franchise. It's not a lot, but weird it's happened twice. No, I completely agree, man. The Purge is one of those movie franchises that I'm like, why did this get so much mileage out of it? Purge just became utter BS. Yeah, I would say so. Ludlow pretty much got Dodson's death from the Lost World. Yeah, that's kind of how I mean, that's basically what they did. It's like Saw. It's funny you mentioned that, deck, because in my my JP trilogy that I'm kind of planning in my spare time. I actually do have Ludlow in the events of Jurassic Park, and he actually gets his uncle's death from the book. Karma! Saw X, I heard, was actually a banger. I know it's not what it actually said, but I'm just going to pretend it does. Yeah, I heard it was actually pretty good. So, granted, the first Saw was one of those movies, it's like, I acknowledge it's good, but not going to lie, sitting through it was very hard to do. Not going to lie. Next death battle should be Riddler versus Jigsaw. I'd pay top dollar for that. Saw 2 was the best of the series. Pretty much have checked out everybody keeps saying that, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I grew up with like the old Showa Godzilla movies, and like that's kind of what this new that's what Godzilla Kong the New Empire is giving me. It's just embracing the fact that it's just going to be a fun movie, and you know what? That's all it really needs to be. But like I said, I totally get it. For some people, it's just not their cup. It's not going to be their cup of tea, and you know what? That's fine. People have different tastes for different reasons, and I'm not going to say people are wrong for it. Yeah, this will work. We did just get Godzilla -1. Exactly. And I feel like that's kind of like where the discourse comes from, especially because like the last week or so, like over the last couple of weeks, there've been like people that never used to give Godzilla the time of day after seeing -1 are like, oh, like it's like, oh wow, this is cool. But then it's like they go back and look at the older movies and just like I said, Dr. Skipper and Nerdstalgic both recently put out videos basically saying, you know, the only Godzilla movies you should watch are the ones where they're actually trying to say something, which are basically, in this case, the original Shin Godzilla. Now they can compare it to 2014's tone and say they like 2014's. Exactly. Gravity-defying drop kicks. Exactly. That will still never not be epic. Let's see. Bro, Yeah, but that's just it though, Mad. Like I get it. People like more it's like, I personally just don't care either way. Like, it's a Godzilla movie. I love it, warts and all. And like I said, I've just been getting, for the most part, like the only thing from the Toho side of the pond that in recent years that I've enjoyed was -1 and Godzilla Singular Point. And heck, Singular Point has a pretty serious tone for the most part, and yet there's still diehard Godzilla fans that don't like that. Didn't they kind of drop that, reference that drop kick in RID 2015? Kinda. Told good stories and didn't feel campy. Well, that was more just, I mean, it did, but at the same time, you gotta remember, like, Godzilla has had an almost 70-year history now because of the fact that the character has adapted to the times. Like, if Godzilla had just always been if Godzilla had always just stuck to a dark, serious tone, I don't think it would have had the generational impact that it's had. Like, it's like my whole thing is like you don't like again. I'm just somebody that doesn't believe you always need movies to have, you know. I just feel like the problem is just that over the last decade, there's really been this big movement where people are like all media must be political. Rewatching Kong Skull Island made me appreciate the movie more. Man, you guys come into my stream and you're just throwing shade at me like this. Unbelievable. I just hate how they made Skull Island Vietnam. Oh yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that either. It's like I admit that is just kind of. I mean, I kind of get why they did it because like, well, we're already in Vietnam, so just sake of ease. But it's like, come on, guys. I know I'm not saying anyone's really throwing shade, man. It's just me busting balls is all. I'm just having fun with you boys. That's all. But like I said, it's like. I feel like over the last decade, there's really been this weird movement where everybody is like, all media must be political in some nature. Heisei and Millennium Era's had a good balance. Oh no, I agree. Heisei is personally my favorite era of Godzilla. Like, the thing I like about the MonsterVerse is that I just love that every movie has its own distinct feel to it because of, you know, whereas it's like, let me put it this way, it's not suffering what I like to call the Marvel problem. Wasn't the original Skull Island a sort of commentary on British colonialism? Why not use that as Skull Island as a sort of commentary on the Vietnam War? I mean, somebody actually made a comment on YouTube once, and I actually think there might be something to it, where he thinks Kong Skull Island is sort of a coming of age story. And it's like, if you look at what Kong is going through in that movie, yeah, I can see it. A way to make it more relevant to American culture and our mistakes of seeking an enemy all around us during the Cold War. Yeah, that kind of works too. I mean, Godzilla King of the Monsters is literally telling an environmental story, and to give it credit, it's one of the few environmental themed kaiju movies that I can think of where it acknowledges humanity is part of the problem, but it also acknowledges that we are also part of the solution. That's not something you see very often in that type of film. It's usually just like, again, Godzilla vs. is pretty much about as subtle. I just wish there were dinosaurs in Kong, but it's still good. Yeah, but to be fair, I also get why they didn't include dinosaurs. Director Jordan Vogt-Roberts said that with Jurassic World having revived interest in dinosaurs, it's like he didn't want to feel like he was basically stepping on toes. But they do technically make nod to it with that huge-ass Triceratops skull.
Can I steal a shot of soda from you?
Yeah, go ahead. And yeah, you did come up with notes on the spot. Let's see. Oh no, I completely agree. Like 2005 King Kong, like that is how you basically remake a movie and make it so damn good. Like, that movie is still one of my go-tos to this day. Like, it's a modern masterpiece. And I think that's why I appreciate the fact that Kong Skull Island wasn't trying to basically just say, hey, we can do what Peter Jackson did. It's like, that's what I like about MonsterVerse Kong, is like, they're not trying to basically one-up what Peter Jackson did. It's more just like, hey, no problem. It's more just like, hey, let's see what else we can do with Kong as a character, instead of just basically telling the same story over and over again. More Oh no, but I'm just saying, like, that's just it. It's like I said, I like that the movie isn't trying to be, because, like, no joke, I thought it was like, there was a review somebody made of Kong Skull Island back when that movie first came out in 2017, where where they basically said, like, they didn't like the fact that Kong stays on the island and, you know, he doesn't die and all that stuff. And I'm like, you do realize there's more to the character of King Kong than just that. There have been stories where Kong as a character doesn't die or leave the island. It's like, I don't know. It just seemed like it was a weird take to have. Love Kong 05. That's a passion film that you can feel, and it's a total horror movie. I wouldn't really say is completely horror. Like, certain elements to it definitely are. Like, which makes sense. Peter Jackson, you know, got his start in horror movies. But I wouldn't say it's a full-on horror movie. It's an action-adventure story, but it has really good moments of horror. And, like, actual edgy horror. Especially for a PG-13 movie. Also, I think it's a Christmas movie. No, I completely agree. It is totally a Christmas film. Andy Serkis. Oh, exactly. Every time I watch him in that movie. But like I said, that's what I like about MonsterVerse Kong. Is like they're not trying to basically redo the original King Kong over again. It's more just like, again, like, you know, like, hey, let's see what else we can do with Kong as a character, and, you know, just really have some fun with it. If Die Hard can be a Christmas film, so can King Kong. Hey, I still stand by my argument. Jurassic World is a Christmas movie. I will die on that hill. And he's technically playing two roles. Yeah, he is. Helix Wars is a Christmas film. I love you. Don't ever change. Don't ever change, bruh. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's see. One here. One here. Batman Arkham Origins is a Christmas game. Yes, this is true. But like I said, lately it just seems like I said, like, I mean, like I said, I get that people don't like the fact that, you know, but it's like, it's not like, I look at it this way, it's like I said, every movie in the MonsterVerse, Shazam is best Christmas, that's how small a gorilla really is. No, I'm just kidding, it's all good, bruh. But like I said, like, I like the fact that the MonsterVerse isn't afraid to show that, you know, it can have a wide range of tones. And again, I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing. Like I said, I just feel I'm glad that it's like every movie has its own distinct tone and feel to it, because if it didn't, I just feel like it would literally just be like, you know, it would be like Marvel. It would be like what's going on with Marvel. It would literally just be the same movie every time, and it's like that's the current problem with a lot of Marvel movies, is like they're literally just the same thing at this point. There's no real variation. And no, I am not apologizing for it. But it's like, and it's not like we still can't get serious stories in the MonsterVerse. It just depends on, you know, which director is attached to what project. Like, I still think it's like I just still think people are just, I don't know. I just think people just, I get it. It's like, yeah, what? Exactly. See? I told you! You jinxed me! But it's like I said, I get it for, like, the new movie, but, like, I kind of like that the new movie just feels like it's just, like, it feels to me like it's the, like, New Empire to me feels like it's a movie that knows what it is, and it's not ashamed of it. I don't know, that's the vibe I get from it. Like, I get that some people like their media to have meaning to it, and I'm not saying I don't, but at the same time, you know, given that, like I've been saying this whole time, since this movie got announced with the first trailer back, you know, back in December. It's like, given the current state of the world right now, boys, I will gladly take a kaiju movie that is just pure escapist fantasy, if only just to forget about all the BS going on in the world right now. Like, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's fair to want a decent story and characters. Oh no, I'm not saying otherwise, but to be fair, like, I still think it's way too early to judge. You can't really fully judge a movie completely by the trailers, I feel. Because, like, there've been times where it's like, I've seen trailers for movies where it's like, oh god, this is gonna suck, and then I actually watched it and it's like, this isn't too bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. I definitely agree. It's like -1 definitely. Well, they're saying that art without a message is just decoration, but I think some people take that too serious. I completely agree with that, Justin. It's like, I get it. It's like, I love it when like a good example of what I'm talking about. When you like standalone kaiju movies where the world reacts to it in a realistic way, like Cloverfield. Yeah, but even then, Cloverfield, I wouldn't say, is really the gold standard. Dominion made me worry with their trailer, and well, I'm still convinced the problem with Dominion wasn't even really just... I don't know what it is about Dominion, but it's like, I still stand by my belief that that movie was micromanaged to hell by Universal, because, like, people, like, I kind of, like, because, like, basically they made... Like, the Jurassic World trilogy kind of went down the same route that the original Jurassic Park trilogy did. It's like, where it started out strong. The first movie was really well received by audiences and critics. Fallen Kingdom definitely had mixed reactions. And as a result, the studio listened too much to the criticism, and as a result, basically when the third movie comes out, it feels kind of more like a Hallmark movie with dinosaurs in it. Granted, if a Hallmark movie like that actually existed, I'd probably actually watch it. I know, that's the sad thing, and it's like... I'm not saying it is, but it definitely has that feel to it, and it's like, you can't deny it doesn't. And again, I still enjoy Dominion for what it is. Like, I still don't think it's the worst thing I've ever seen. I survived things. Justin knows what I'm talking about. But I definitely agree. Yeah, Dominion could have been better. It wasn't really the proper end to the trilogy that I think it could have been. Mixed is putting it lightly for Fallen Kingdom. Hey, I liked it. Technically, Dinotopia miniseries was produced by... Oh my god, you right. I survived Birdemic. Right? Nothing phases me. You got that right, mate. Birdemic, it's like... Holy crap, bad. I still definitely think Fallen Kingdom was definitely a little better than Dominion. Granted, I definitely think there are a few scenes where the comedy is a little unnecessary, but hey, that's just me. There you are. No, that was pretty cool. I do agree, though, with the criticism. It's like, I think admittedly one of the biggest things with Dominion that I do have a problem with is like, you know, we spent all of Fallen Kingdom building up to the whole, oh, dinosaurs on the mainland it's going to be a big deal. And then, like I said, I feel like the studio just listened too much to the criticism of, like, again, it really does just feel like you said earlier, Justin, like history just repeated itself, and it's like... And that's what I think makes it admittedly all the more frustrating. It's like... God dang it. like I see a lot of people calling for reboots at this point, calling for a reboot, but at the same time, I don't know if that would I don't really know if that would work. Now you will have dinosaurs in your dinosaur movie, right? Yeah, basically. Like, don't get me wrong, I like a lot of the ideas that Dominion introduces. It's just, again, that movie, like, I really do feel Dominion was micromanaged to hell. Like, you will not change my mind on that. That movie really does feel like there was way too much studio interference. It's like, and it's not just Jurassic. A lot of movies I feel recently have been suffering from this problem, where it's like the studios just feel like they just don't have faith in the directors and creative team to actually put out a quality product. So it's like, you know, this is, you know, they basically get way too involved with the movie's production. Like, that's basically what happened with, like, the TriStar Godzilla. You know, it's why Godzilla 98 ended up the way it did. Sony got way too involved in that movie's production. You know, they fired the right people off the project and brought the wrong people onto the project. Same thing happened with, you know, the 2014 Fantastic Four movie. Like, that movie got basically micromanaged to hell by Fox, and as a result, the director, the old cast coming back, made that $1 billion for Universal. Hey, I give credit though. It's like, at least Jurassic Park treated its legacy characters better than what Star Wars did. I know I'm opening up a can of worms on that one, and I do apologize, but at the same time, I will die on that hill. That was way too funny. Roland Emmerich just doesn't care, honestly. No, he doesn't, dude. Like, I mean, he even said years after Godzilla 98 came out, he's not really a Godzilla fan. Like, he only just agreed to do the movie just so that he could make the changes he wanted to make to it. And it's like, yeah, maybe that's not the guy you should have making your Godzilla movie. I'm just saying. Oh no, I think it's a good movie. It's a good kaiju movie. I just don't really admit it, but as a Godzilla movie, I have to put it in F tier, worst. Just call it Zilla be done. More like call it the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. As a Star Wars fanatic, as a Star Wars fan, I can confirm they did our legacy cast dirty. Yeah, they did. I don't think anybody can argue that point. Like, Han, Luke, and Leia got treated dirty. You caused more damage than that damn thing did! Calm down, have some candy. I don't want any candy, leave me alone. Yes. I mean, because like I said, I just love I called that. At least Zilla has come into his own in recent years. Oh no, I'm glad for our boy Zilla. George Lucas had the last laugh. Damn right he did, boy. See, even the movie agrees with me. That was... Seriously, the timing of that on that watch party was too funny. But yeah, like, I love Godzilla in all shapes and forms, and it's like, if Godzilla Kong the New Empire is just going for just pure fun at the movies, I'm not going to be upset about that. Whoever made this game is an absolute... TV makes a lot of sense. Hell yeah. Whoever came up with this is an asshole. I mean, like I said, hot take, like I've said this before, and I'm not saying it to start a fight here, because like Justin and I, we did a tier list a while back, and we actually put Shin Godzilla in B tier, and it's like, because, yeah, we don't like it as much as a lot of people, but it's like, we do agree, it's a competently made movie, but it's just, I feel like -1 does it better. Honestly, bullying George Lucas into selling Star Wars to Disney and with the sequel trilogy. That's a fair ranking. Yeah, it's like, people mock George Lucas and look who's laughing now. Exactly. Quite honestly, I have one word for the fandom menace. Karma! Ain't that the God's honest truth? Yeah, well, they're still doing that shit. Yeah, it's the Star Wars fandom. They will find anything to bitch about. Just with other people. To be fair... Yeah, but but in all honesty, Justin, Kathleen Kennedy does not do herself any favors with how she reacts to the criticism. Again, history repeats itself. Exactly. But still, like I said, it's just... After watching -1, I finally realized what was missing in Shin to make it a perfect Godzilla movie. Yeah, the fact that it focuses on the people. No, I get it. No, I get it, Tom. And Justin. That's the thing about Shin that bugs me about it as a Godzilla movie, is like, it's clearly trying to harken back to the original, but it kind of misses the fact that, you know, when a tragedy like a giant monster attacks, yeah, that's the thing. It just looks like someone shoved a salamander in a microwave. Dude, I unironically do like Shin's design. I like how unnerving it is. Like, people say Shin is the scariest Godzilla ever, and I'm like, no, GMK and -1 are scary. Hell, Godzilla Ultima from Singular Point is scary. Shin is just unnerving. Like, he's unnerving. He just looks like shit. Shinny was just a little too slow. Even 54 had tighter pacing. Damn right he did, son. Like, we could have had such good body horror going on in the streets and there. Like, everybody says that, but it's like, I don't really think Shin is actually amalgamating anyone into him. It's like, I feel like that's just... like, is that actually a thing he does? Or is that just like one of those things that everybody just thinks is the truth? I mean, I know everybody thinks that's what happens to Goro Maki. Unnerving in a good way. Yeah, like, I agree. He's unnerving, but like, unnerving and scary aren't really the same thing. His eyes in the first form look like they were drawn with a Sharpie. Well, dude, his first two forms, he has big old googly eyes. Which makes sense, considering he's supposed to be he's an aquatic creature. But yeah, like, don't get me wrong, like, I love the fact, like, with -1, I was grateful to have, like, a dark, serious Godzilla movie. Like, I easily do agree. -1, best movie of the best Godzilla movie in the last decade we've gotten. Hands down. But that doesn't mean I think everything before it or that will come after it is garbage. I think they're supposed to resemble fisheyes. Yeah, that's clearly what I think they're supposed to be, too. Oh, dude, bro, it is basically... No, it's true, dude. Like I said, you and Justin, when this movie comes out on DVD, Tom, like DVD and Blu-ray, I highly recommend. I cannot recommend enough you guys watch this movie. Like, you don't need to know anything about Godzilla going in. Okay, like, it doesn't matter how knowledgeable about Godzilla you are. This is a Godzilla movie that I think is going to be really good for people that just want to get into the franchise. Like, it's going to be one of those good olive branches, like the 2014 movie was. I say, Randy, what's up with your googly eyes? Whoa, 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 I have a thyroid problem, you cunt. Yes. But it's like the fact that people think that, like, the only Godzilla movies worth watching are the ones that actually have a say. In the three that most of these people, like Nerdstalgic and Dr. Skipper, say that do that are the original, Shin, and -1, and just basically saying the rest of the franchise is trash. And I'm like, the other movies also have messages to them. Just because they're not directly in your face like the other three are doesn't mean that they don't have messages. Like, you know, several Godzilla movies have environmental theme messages. Again, Godzilla vs. Hedorah is a good one. You know, most of the Godzilla movies that deal with alien invasions, I would say, are messages against colonialism. Hell, most of the movies involving Mechagodzilla are movies that are basically a, you know, nature versus machine type story. That would be Dr. Skipper, who basically outright said that, who pretty much even openly states at the start of his video, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't even really like God. He ironically calls it the Jurassic Park effect. Which is just completely stupid. It's like, okay, these two franchises share no commonality between them, my guy. It's like, if you're going to use an analogy, like hell, even using Marvel as a comparison would have been better, in my humble opinion. Like, my god. Nerdstalgic's video wasn't as bad, but it's still just, like, it's clear that this, like, Dr. Skipper, he's just talking out his ass. Like, I just, like, I hate the fact that in his, like, when he talks about Godzilla Kong the New Empire, he literally says, Legendary clearly has no faith in its audience, and it only cares about making money. And to which I'm like, oh no, you mean an American movie studio that put millions of dollars into a big budget movie actually wants to see a return on that movie? No. What's next, Nerdstalgic? Are you going to tell us that grass is green and water is wet too? Are you going to tell us that guns kill people? It's like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It's like, yeah, of course studios want to see a return on their movie, because that's how they make their money. That is how mafia works. Like, holy crap. I'm 32 years old, never been to college a day in my life, and I understand that one, boys. What's up with people saying they're writing their TV like Game of Thrones? I don't understand that either, Matt. It's like, especially, again, because like we were talking last night, it's like, you know, Game of Thrones Season 8 was a complete bomb. He meant that the original is the only good one and everything else is terrible and devoid of merit. Now, yes, the JP sequels aren't as good. No, I mean, sure, to a point, I agree with that. But it's like, to say that none of the Godzilla movies post the original are worth watching, I still think it's just really stupid. Like, again, think about this, boys. Godzilla is about to be turning 70 years old this year. In 5 more years, he'll be 75. 3/4 of a century. The reason Godzilla has lasted this long is not because he's a one-note character. It's because the character has learned to adapt to the times. I know, but I regret nothing. I like being a nerd. It's like, Godzilla has been a hero, he's been an anti-hero, he's been a villain, he's been everything in between. He's been a father, he's been a protector, he's been a destroyer, he's even been an environmentalist, he's fought mutants and aliens, gods and goddesses, robots, cyborgs, literally everything in between. Godzilla has, in my opinion, one of the most expansive universes of all time. I was expecting Skipper to say Sonic had a rough transition to 3D. Right? It's like, you don't say. Like, it is just funny that Dr. Skipper ends his video saying, basically saying, remember people, always do research on the things that you love. And I'm just thinking, that is rich coming from you, buddy boy, considering you clearly did no research for this. Reminds me of all those a-holes who've been dunking on every Transformer series that ain't G1, conveniently ignoring the entire show. Like, yeah, it's like, don't get me wrong, the original 80s cartoon for Transformers is fine. It's a good show. But at the same time, I wouldn't say G1 is the gold standard. Now, stuff like Beast Wars and Prime, yeah, that's good. There's a reason Godzilla has a square on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Hell yeah, baby! Other than Mickey Mouse and I think Kermit the Frog, he's the only other animal character to have that. By the way, Sonic didn't have a rough transition to 3D. No, he didn't. It's just the problem was just that Sega. Oh yeah, and Bugs Bunny. No, I don't. Wait, I don't think. I think I might be wrong. I think it's just Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny. Beast Wars Solos G1, fight me. No, Deck, bro, you're talking to a guy who grew up with Beast Wars. I didn't see G1 until I didn't watch G1 until the 2000s. So trust me, I'm not fighting you. G1 was a fun little ride, but Lord, is it it is not a scholar's example of story writing. No, G1 Transformers was a product of its time. And again, remember, that was the 80s. The toys promoted the shows, and the shows promoted the toys. the 80s really was the era of commercialism. Like, let's not sugarcoat it, people. I wouldn't be surprised if Kermit had one, though. Honestly, he deserves it. Because I like Kermit. But yeah, it's like I said, I get why for some people it's like, why, they're like, I just, like, there are a few friends I have, it's like, I don't know, New Empire just looks like it's just going full-on wacko mode, and I'm like, first time? It's like, like I said, I get it. I'm not trying to shame nobody. I'm just explaining myself. It's like, because, like, I know. It's like, because, like, I have to explain to people. It's like, the movies that got me into Godzilla weren't the dark, serious ones. They were the campy, fun stuff, and as a result, it opened me up to the wider franchise. Like, to be fair, Tom, that was the 70s. It was the decade of drugs. So, I mean, dude, Godzilla vs. Hedorah, there are points in that movie where it feels like they used sheets of acid for film stock. You are not convincing me otherwise on that one. Don't get me wrong, I still love that movie, as batshit crazy as it is. And to be fair, Hedorah itself is actually a really scary monster as a concept. Like, think about a monster made from pollution. I love the memes people in the Godzilla community make about Hedorah, how he's literally the Great Mighty Pooh from Conker's Bad Fur Day. And it's like, looking at it, it's like, honestly, I see it. I am the Great Mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you. No, I'll stop. I'm sorry, I'm having fun. And if having fun is wrong, I don't want to be right. Oh god, every time I see that section of that game, I want to puke. Really? It's not. I wouldn't say it's that bad. But then again, everybody's different, so I'm not going to pick on you too much. Let's see. Hell, the first Godzilla movie I ever saw and that got me into the series was Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. Ironic that it was released the same year. Yeah, that movie was released the same year my brother was born too. Like, yeah, Godzilla versus Space Godzilla, like, it is the campiest movie of the Heisei era, and yet it's still fun. Only a year before my birth. So, Tom, between you, me, and Justin, you're the baby of the group. Nah. Honestly, at this point, Tom, most people have kind of moved on from their vitriolic hatred of Godzilla '98. Now they're picking on the MonsterVerse because again, Hollywood can't do Godzilla right. Yeah. In the immortal words of my man Meatwad, cry me a river, bitch. Mine was Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla '74. Hey, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm 31. I'm gonna be turning 32 next month, dude. So yeah, I'm the old man. Woo! I'm your senior. I'm only 20. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Just think, buddy. In another year, you'll legally be able to purchase alcohol. You're not missing much, so don't feel too bad. I'm turning 25 in July. Aw, you're a baby. He's a baby. Goo goo goo. 29 March 1st. Aw, happy early birthday. Happy early birthday, bro. Like, unironically, happy early B-day. For real. Especially because that's not that far off either. Holy cow, I can't believe we're already 18 days into February. Holy crap, I can't get over that. Me and my mid-20s Christmas. No problem, man. But yeah, it's like, I personally don't care. I personally don't care if New Empire is just going to be a fun, dumb movie. It's like, again, I still like the Bayformer films. 20 and have made my own Jurassic Park machinima. Yeah, you did! Dude, seriously! It's like Universal. It's like, don't get me wrong, bro. It's like, I agree. It's like Universal. Look at the fan stuff. We're giving you these ideas. We're putting these ideas out there for you for free. Let's see. Ah, damn it. Yeah. I need to start writing it. Though admittedly, if I could try, I would love to do it like a machinima like you do, bro. I honestly would love to do that. Also, I feel a little bad about the title because I just I recently looked at something the other day. And it's an awesome mod for Evolution 2 called Operation Regenesis. Do you think Universal and Spielberg are rushing this new movie for July 2025? I kind of hope not. I mean, I definitely have confidence the fact that, like, it does. I have confidence that because now I want to make this clear. It's like I'm not necessarily a blind optimist. I want to make that very clear. Like, I definitely like the fact that Spielberg is being, yeah. I might just do that at some point. But like, the fact that Spielberg is getting more hands-on with the Jurassic franchise, and they're like, he and Frank Marshall are literally, as Clayton Faridi best said it recently and in one of his recent videos, like, they're basically throwing down the gauntlet, saying, and yeah, they're admitting that, yeah, we haven't exactly been treated. It's like, yeah, we're basically going, admittedly, the Transformers movie route, and it's like, yeah, we need to fix that. So they're at least, the fact that they're acknowledging the problems and not just pretending there aren't issues does make me hopeful. That's like, okay, it's not too late to fix things a little. It's like, here's my thing. It's like I said, like, it does seem like from what we currently know, it does seem like, not sure how I feel about David Koepp returning. Well, to be fair, David Koepp did a really good job with both Jurassic Park and The Lost World. So it's like, the fact that he's coming back he's pretty much coming back for this one, and again, Spielberg is being more hands-on. At the very least, I definitely think we can say we're going to get something that's at least competent. He's good at writing expositions. Spielberg is pretty much the kingpin of this new movie. What he says goes, and no one pisses him off. No one can piss him off. Exactly. That being said, I still give credit to Colin Trevorrow when it came to all of the backlash he got for Dominion. At least Trevorrow didn't pull a Rian Johnson and just blame the audience. No, give the man his credit. He took the criticisms on the Champ and was like, yeah, not my best toss. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry, but like Rian Johnson basically, and it's not just Rian Johnson, but it's like he's kind of like is not the only one guilty of it. I know he's not, but he kind of started that whole phase of like people doing that nowadays, like when people put out like a shoddy movie, game, book, whatever, and then people don't like it, they just automatically just, they're quick to go the route of, you don't understand my vision! It's like, yeah, blame the audience because they don't like what you put out. It's like, that makes sense. That makes sense. New director working on the Ray movie basically decided to play Twitter rather than do her damn job, and now it's a full Well, to be fair, she brought that on herself, bro. I can't fix that one for her. She's got to work that one out in therapy, baby. But yeah, like, I'm really hoping that they're not gonna rush this new Jurassic movie out. Not that I dislike it, but that could worry some people. Yeah, but to be fair, I still liked Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Like, yeah, it's not a perfect movie, but to give credit, it felt like an Indiana Jones movie. No, I agree on that too. It's like I'm in a spot, Justin, where it's just like I kind of just don't bother with either side of that argument when it comes to Star Wars, just because it's like, honestly, at this point, I'm not jumping on this sinking ship. It's like, the way I kind of see it's like it's like, wow, you really love that line from Joker a little too much, bro. But yeah, it's like, I definitely get it. David Koepp. But apparently it's like, you know, if what rumor has it that this script that Koepp put out, it's pretty good. Like, Spielberg and Frank Marshall are protecting it, saying, nope, this is the best script we've had in years. No one's touching this. Look at our little Warhammer buddy. It's like, Star Wars fans honestly brought the sequel trilogy on themselves. Team Lucas forever. Amen to that, buddy. It's like everybody saw the sequel. I hope the new Jurassic movie goes back to the terror, make dinosaurs scary again. Oh no, I completely agree. It's like I said, while I'm not super happy with how Dominion turned out, I still stand by my statement of, I still think there are stories we can tell in this universe. But I definitely agree, it's like, okay, guys, you gotta kind of go back to your roots on this one. Like, trust me, you do that, and the money will practically print itself. As Joker said, I'm ahead of the curb. Yep. Fair. Justin, there's no need for that. Or pretend that Fallen Kingdom never happened. Yeah, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. It's okay to have wrong opinions. Like I said, I get it. But again, I personally still like Fallen Kingdom. Or actually use Site B. Yeah! Like, from what, like, Justin actually shared a video with me once where it seemed like, yeah, the original plans for seasons 4 and 5 of Camp Cretaceous were actually originally supposed to take place on Site B, which, if I'm gonna be honest, I would have kind of preferred that, honestly. It would have given Site B some much needed closure. Because, like, we haven't seen Site B since Jurassic Park 3, so it's like, you know, I kind of want to know what's become of the old InGen's old stomping grounds. Like, what does it look like? We almost had Buck and Doe return in full. Exactly. Like, I'm still convinced that's who Big and Little Edie were originally supposed to be before all of that got changed. Again, that would have made more sense. I don't mind if they keep the world films canon, but let's just move on. We agree with that. Like, I would actually say, like, Camp Cretaceous easily dropped the ball in the last Oh, no arguments there. Like, seriously, at that point, it's just like, and shame on the M for doing it because it subverted my expectation. Shame on them for doing so because it subverted my expectations. It's like, no, I completely agree. The whole thing with Sammy and Yaz was just like, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna, like, look, I'm not homophobic by any means, guys, but even I'm just like, just no. There was no reason for them to do that. Now, if they had done something like fair, Well, it helps there the fact that like they're all going into the show. I mean, I was thinking it was going to be a dumb kid show. Then wham, people start like honestly, the first 3 seasons were really good. Like season 1 was a good starter. Season 2, not as good as the first season, but I still liked it. But season 3, holy cow, season 3 was good. Like, you know, the introduction of the Scorpius Rex, having season 3 tie into the opening of, you know, Fallen Kingdom with like retrieving the Indominus rib bone and all that. It's like, mwah, chef's kiss. Like, just, oh my god, that was just so good. So good. Vi and Caitlin from Arcane are what I point to as making. That's how it works. That's how you earn it, folks. Yeah, but even then, I agree, but at the same time, they retconned the Sorna's ecosystem, but the collapse due to the Spinosaurus then gutted the joint for Jurassic World. Oh, I know. Well, to be fair, I kind of do like that idea that, like, you know, introducing new species into an already fragilely established ecosystem, yeah, that's going to have consequences. I mean, to be fair, like, that was basically what the books did. I mean, think about not every species that was name dropped in the first book came back for the sequel. If anything, though, I will say, if there's one thing that seasons 4 and 5 of Camp Cretaceous did good for me, it was the fact that they brought back the Spino. Check the Discord. Do I have to? Oh, that is cool. Justin, to be fair, there was nothing really living on Site B before that anyway. It was just, I mean, other than just birds and stuff and whatever animals probably got stuck on the island. Am I hearing someone eat their words? I don't know. I don't think so. After 20 years, they brought back the sailback of... Oh my god, that is hilarious. Oh man, that's going to the books. And I like... The only thing that sucks about the Spino is just that they lost all the original audio files for it from JP3. So that's why, like, all of its appearances in more recent media, like, they're not exactly the same. It's like it's as close as they can get. You show my boy some respect, damn it. I think Spino really got the hammer harshly, because killing the Rex, every person jumped on Spino. I mean, fair, but still, it's like my only, like, it's not the fact that it kills a Rex that's my problem. It's just that I get that they wanted to make it feel badass and intimidating, but it's like just having it one-shot the T-Rex. Well, no, honestly, it's not even I would even say it wasn't just because of the nostalgia critic. It was literally just because of the fact that, like it was even before that. If anything, he was just pointing out a fact that was already there. Because I remember back when that movie came out, a lot of people did not like that. Because, yeah, it kind of just felt like it's basically giving the series mascot the middle finger. It's like... I mean, think about it. That's like having Superman come in and just kill Wolverine in his own movie and then just basically flipping you the middle bird. Thanks, Universal Backlot Fire. Right? Okay. Mad, why do you want me to hurt you? No, just kidding. Fair. It certainly didn't win that fight easily, to be fair. No, I agree. Still, it's just kind of weird to me that it's like, how would it instinctively just know to break a T-Rex's neck? Oh, what the heck? Why does Discord do this for me sometimes? Oh my god, F you. Stupid thing. Okay, now... Oh, that's cute. DM just instead of... It's like having Luke Skywalker become a grumpy old man... Oh, wait. Yeah, it was originally supposed to be longer, but then the Spinosaurus animatronic broke the T-Rex animatronic. That... You know that machine had some horsepower when it broke the last... To be a Rex killer. Fair enough. Well, to be fair, Eric Kirby does mention the fact that like when I will admit I actually do have a lot more respect for this scene now, because it's like I know a lot of people give Eric Kirby shade because of the fact he survived 8 weeks on a dinosaur infested island. I'm like, honestly, I think it's not even just so much the fact that he survived. It's just more I think people would have much preferred seeing how he survived. And I think that's why we enjoyed the first couple seasons of Camp Cretaceous, was because it's like it kind of gives you an insight of what Eric Kirby must have been going through when he was stuck on Site B. Fair enough. It really was like Stan Winston outdid himself with that one. But like I love when Grant picks up the bottle of T-Rex piss, and I just love Eric. Careful, T-Rex. It scares some of the smaller ones away, but it attracts one big one with a fin. It was one of the first movie animatronics that could work in water, right? Like it was actually they actually designed it to actually be able to operate in water with no issues this time around, which is pretty cool. Like, don't get me wrong, while I do have my issues with JP3, I also still enjoy it for what it is, and it is a fun movie. Been loving to see the return of so many practical effects in films these days. Ain't that the truth? Brings back a lot of authenticity. It really does! It's like, people think, oh, CGI just makes things less expensive. It's like, no, CGI is even way more expensive. No reason practical and CGI should be mutually exclusive. I agree, Deck. Like, I'll freely admit, I did go through a bit of a... In my early teenage years, I did go through a bit of a history. I did go through a bit of a time with JP3 where I'm like, I just didn't like it as much as the first two movies. But it's like... Now it's kind of like how I felt about Godzilla 98. It's like... Yeah, that's true. I think, admittedly, the biggest issue I have with JP3 from a storytelling perspective is just the fact that you could tell that this movie had a troubled production, because it introduces a lot of cool ideas and concepts, but it introduces a lot of cool ideas and concepts, but it just never really feels like it gets to properly explore them. Like again, they keep at first the movie kind of introduces this whole thing about, like, you know, there's the whole thing with the Spino. It's like, I don't remember that on InGen's list. That's because it wasn't on their list, and it makes me wonder what else they were up to. It's like they're setting up this whole, like, oh, there's mysteries on the almost like it's an episode of Lost. They did throw away the original script at the last minute. This is true. And it's just like, at that point I'm like, okay, no, you're not going to treat this like it's an episode of Lost, okay? This is not Jurassic Park. It's like, if you're going to go into, like, secrets, it's like, you know, you have to properly explain that. It's like, you can't just leave a mystery open to interpretation like that. It's like... And again, I do enjoy the film, but it's just, I do kind of wish that they had I kind of wish that the movie had more time to actually properly have a proper conclusion. If this was Lost, it all would have ended in a church. You're not wrong. You can see I show a lot of love for Lost World and 3 in my YouTube. You really do, bro, and I appreciate that. Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate the love for Lost World, but I even more appreciate the love for JP3. Because admittedly, that movie's not bad. It just... again, it had a very troubled production, and I just kind of wish that it could have had more time. Like I said, it's funny how like the Jurassic World trilogy basically went through the same problem that the JP trilogy did. And it's like I said, it's like the irony just stuns me. Oh yeah, Tay Liotta, like she had just given birth to her, I think it was her daughter. So like every chance she got when they were filming, she was thrusting out her chest because, they're swollen with milk for her, because she was breastfeeding her daughter. This is not me being gross. This is just me just saying biology for what it is. It's like, and William H. Macy at one point was looking over. It's like, Tay, why do you keep doing that? She's like, hey, I'm only going to have these for a little while, so I want to get them on film every second I can. It's like, yeah, Tay Liotta, she just sounds like she is just... Like, she did not have the best material to work with in JP3. I will stand by that to the end of time. I am sorry. But she, as an actress, I have nothing but the utmost love for her. And from what I understand, she really is just a sweetheart to work with. Like, she really is... She sounds like a really awesome person to me. I would unironically would love to meet her. I think she's a really cool actress. Again, I just don't like how they handled the character of Amanda Kirby, where it's like, because it's like you go from characters like Ellie Sattler and Sarah Harding in the first two movies, who are pretty tough, salty broads that can that can handle themselves. Like, again, I love Ellie's whole thing about like when she says to Hammond in the first movie, we could discuss sexism in a survival situation when I get back. And again, Sarah Harding, it's like you go from like characters like that, and then you get to like Amanda Kirby, who's just kind of every female character in a 1930s movie ever. That said, there are a few moments where she does get to shine for me. Like Bryce Dallas Howard was always fun to watch. Oh, dude, you could tell. Say what you want about the World trilogy. I think Amanda had more character development than Owen. Hot take. I mean, fair. I just could have done without her just kind of feeling like she's just a ditzy blonde a lot of the time, I guess, is my problem. To be fair, Owen Grady for me as a character, it's like he doesn't really... I don't understand. She's hot. She's not hot. She is, you blind fools. Right? Wait, are you still talking about Bryce Dallas Howard? Owen gained a softer side as the films progressed. Yeah, because yeah, I would agree. It's like, I would say Owen, I think, is a bit more subtle. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It's like, again, taste is subjective. Again, I don't hate Amanda Kirby. It's just, again, I just don't think Tay Liotta was given the best... Yes, Bryce Dallas. People think she's ugly? What? Like, who... She grew balls at the end and confronted the Raptors. She did. Like, I gotta give her credit. Like, don't get me wrong, she does have some great moments. Bryce is cute as a AF. Dude, hell yes. She grew balls. It's like, she really did. It's like... And to be fair, I also do like the scene where she and Billy get pinned by one of the Raptors behind the door, and like, it looks up, sees that, oh, I can just climb over this, and she's the one that goes... She's just the one, push! Push! Like I said, it's just... There are just some things in JP3, it's like... It's just kind of weird. Calling her fat and ugly. Like... What? What? No one in that movie had that good material. I don't know. I feel like Sam Neill had a pretty decent thing, and I think Sam Neill had some pretty good material to work with in JP3. Granted, I'm just not the biggest fan of what they did with him in 3, because... It's like, okay, it's like, maybe I'm just weird for this, but it's like, people say like, oh, it's like, because it's like, he basically is sick of dinosaurs, and it's like, it's just weird to me, because like during his presentation, he basically, that's true, they basically turned him into Ned Flanders in that movie. I mean, not literally, but you get what I mean. But it's like, I just don't like that, like Dr. Grant has, like, during his little presentation to that, I'm assuming it's a college of some sort, where he basically pulls an Ian Malcolm, and it's like, To me, it seems weird considering that's not how he was at the end of Jurassic Park. Now, granted, sure, I will buy that, it had been 8 years since the events of Jurassic Park, so maybe some things had changed in time. The astronomer, more insightful than the Jurassic World trilogy. I mean, fair. I will admit that was a little. I kind of wish we had gotten more scenes with him and Owen interacting, because that was something I was really looking forward to in Dominion. Because going back to his analogy, the whole you have boys that want to be astronomers and you have boys that want to be astronauts. It's like we really should have gotten more scenes with Owen and Alan together, just because it would have played into that so well. You have Alan Grant, who's the astronomer, Owen Grady, who is the astronaut. Because, he's not just studying these animals. He was working with his raptors up close and personal. He was forming a bond with those animals. And she was attractive, sweaty, had heels. It's like those calendars were not hot models posing with motorcycle cars you'd see in... Right? Funny thing is, Bryce Dallas Howard, no joke, she was actually trained by a WWE female wrestler to run in high heels for that scene. Alan doesn't hate dinosaurs, but he thinks that engine ones are taking away from the real science behind his profession. Okay, now see, when you put it like that, Deck, that makes sense to me. Because, the way the movie kind of presents it, it almost feels like he's sick of dinosaurs. It's just some of the ideas they had for JP3, the idea of Alan constantly trying to sneak onto Isla Sorna, only to get caught by the authorities and brought back to the mainland. It's I feel like that would have been a more interesting story, because think about it, it's the thing that makes Alan's... I know, right? They give Jurassic World some credit. They literally did not spare any expense. But it's because the whole thing about Alan in the first movie is the scene when he sees the brachiosaurs and the parasaurs, the whole they do move in herds. You see and hear, you see in his face and hear in his voice that he's getting so emotional. It's because the idea of dinosaurs being warm-blooded creatures and moving and traveling in herds, that was just at that point in time was just conjecture and just hypothesis. So to see the manifestation of that be real is groundbreaking for him. So I feel like the idea of him trying to, I feel like the idea of him wanting to get onto these islands and study these animals to see what other things they were right about, what they were right and what they were wrong about, I think that would have made for a more interesting movie. And you could still have it be maybe the Kirbys come looking for Eric Kirby and Alan gets somehow... I always understood what the movie was saying about it's nuanced. Fair enough. When you put it like that, Deck, I will give it to you. Fair enough. I will eat my hat on that one if I had one. Big a hat, no cattle. That said, I'm really hoping Sam's doing well with his battle with it was I know recently it was revealed that he's battling a type of skin cancer. Thankfully, it's nothing major, but still, I imagine it's not fun to go through regardless. I honestly hope he's doing all right. Sam Neill really was a hero for me. It's I think it was Dino Facts that said it best. It's growing up as a kid, Alan Grant was your hero when you watched Jurassic Park. Now as an adult, Malcolm's your hero. To which I'm nah, they're both my heroes. I love them both equally. My God, I'd forgotten. Oh, I know. I do love... let's be honest, boys. Alan Grant was the kind of guy who made you want to become a paleontologist. Until eventually you gave up on that dream because you realized that it was just... Because it's that's a lot of work. Granted, I kind of regret it. Don't get me wrong, I do regret it. But at the same time, I'm happy being a working guy earning a paycheck. For the most part. There's good days and bad days, but you take the good with the bad. That is very true, but you are right, Deck. It's like, admittedly, I almost did not gonna lie, I'd almost forgotten about that line. That's not even me being intentionally trying to be funny. That's just like, oh yeah, that's true. I was just a failure at being a scientist. They say, oh, science is not that hard to understand. Yeah, well, it sure frickin' feels like it is. Holy crap. I know what I want to put over here, so... But I like to think I'm still fairly smart. Oh, we all like to think we're fairly smart until we realize we're not. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. I'm having too much fun. Don't hate me. Alrighty. Now just... Guns kill people. No, husbands that come home early kill people. The gun is just sitting there. Lost World's version of Ian, where he had a bit of a dark edge to him due to his PTSD and pressure from his relationships. Oh, I agree. Like, Ian was really great in that movie. Like, I'm gonna be honest, as much as I do love the novel, I think in some ways the movie is definitely an improvement. And I know some people out there are gonna say, blasphemy! But it's just my opinion, guys. Like, again, the Lost World novel is still a really good read, and I highly recommend it. But admittedly, it's kind of a mess. It could be a little better. Like, I think the best analogy I've ever heard for it, and I've used this before, is to use a Star Wars analogy, and this comes directly from Clayton Faridi. Imagine a Star Wars movie set on Tatooine. On one side of the planet, you have Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, and Han Solo. On the other side of the planet, you have Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine, and Boba Fett. It's like both parties are aware of each other's existence on the planet, but they practically never come into contact, and therefore never come into contact with another, and they never come into conflict. If that sounds boring, you'd be correct. Because that's literally what happens in the Lost World novel, people, for those who've not read the books. Like, literally. Malcolm and Dodson's groups are aware of each other's existence on the island, but they practically never come into contact. This is a good way to describe it. Though my appreciation has something of a vested interest. It's like, to be fair, it's the best. It was the best thing. It was the best analogy I could think of off the top of my head, and it is a fair comparison. I feel, because especially because people always bring up the fact it's like, okay, so I understand why Malcolm and his team don't. Well, no. Here's the thing. Even in the book, Eddie still brings his dart gun. Dodson's team didn't bring a gun. Not a single gun. Not a pistol. Not a shotgun. Nothing. And people always go, well, they brought that box thingy. It's like, yeah, the thing that only worked once with the Myosaurs, and it didn't work. And then until the plot just decided it didn't work. It was stupid. It was stupid of Dodson to go to a dinosaur island with only 3 guys in a jeep. Yeah, what was the game plan there? It's like, give the movie its credit. At least Ludlow actually came with people that know how to, wrangle animals at least. It's like, that's way more believable. I mean, as Malcolm says, he comes in with a bunch of Marlboro men. Like I said, I don't think the book is bad. Again, especially if you're a fan, if you really are a fan of Jurassic, warts and all, I definitely recommend you read the books. That one guy who somehow managed to yank out the bullets of an elephant rifle, how the they didn't plan on staying long. Fair enough on that one, but still, it's just so weird. It's like, again, everybody, even the most diehard Jurassic fans, even Clayton Faridi is brought up. It's like, you would think that Dodson would at least bring a gun or something that can do damage. Because again, you're going to a dinosaur-infested island. And no, I am still bothered by it. Seriously, how the did he do that? Well, the sound thing only failed because Dodson's an idiot. Exactly! I definitely, with Operation Regenesis, definitely want to channel a bit more of. They only plan to stay for about an hour. Yeah, but how are they gonna? Oh yeah, never mind. You can't just pop the bullet off a casing like a. Tom, don't think hard on it, buddy. It just gets. You're just gonna hurt your brain if you do. Just turn your brain off, and just don't question it. Okay? Just don't fucking question it. And again, I know you're gonna be like, I'm questioning it. Damn it. I mean, King told him not to take it up high when he... That's true. I actually do want to use Howard King for Operation Regenesis, and I do kind of want to put him in the same capacity that he was in the book, where... I definitely want to make... If I can, I definitely want to present King as more of a sympathetic character. Like, you get the sense, like... He really doesn't like being Dodson's crony. But at the same time, it's like... He's kind of in a... He kind of has no choice in the matter but to just be with it. He's also at points, like, I would say he tries to be the voice of reason, where he's like, hey, can we stop, please? That's another thing. How would they... Which eggs are fertilized? Wing it. To be fair, Justin, it's clear that Dodson is not really meant to be the kind of guy who's as book smart as he claims to be. Like, keep in mind, Dodson was somebody that had actually killed people. Like, so yeah, Lewis Dodson is not a nice person. What the heck? Oh, I was looking at the wrong chunk of fencing. Whoa. Let's see. I knew I was bloody forgetting something. There we go. Oh my God. They do move in herds. That was so funny. I kind of wish I wasn't streaming right now. He throws science at the wall to see what sticks. Pretty much. Kind of wish I wasn't streaming right now, because my God, that's a beautiful shot. Yep. My most proud drunk movie. He's like Cave Johnson from Portal 2, but not funny. True, but to be fair, it's like what Dodson lacks in smarts, he definitely makes up for in sheer ruthlessness. After all, Howard was the one who tried to convince Dawson not to send the Spino after Malcolm and his daughter in Helix Wars. That's true. Like, I've also had this idea for I've also had this idea for Operation Regenesis, where since the movie version of Donald Gennaro borrowed a lot from the character of Ed Regis from the book, I thought about what if I have Ed Regis, but he takes more after like the novel version of Gennaro, like kind of like a fun inverse of sorts, since again, like the movie, because like again, the whole thing with Regenesis is that the only movies that are in canon with it are the first two. And again, no, this is not because I hate the other sequels, it's just because for the way I want this to work, I just figured, you know what, let's kind of present this as like a what-if scenario. And the rest, as they say, was history. Actually, I'm planning to redo some of my Species posters for that, because it's like, I feel like I could do better. Really glad you guys really liked the ones I did recently for the Dunkleosteus and Tarbosaurus. I need to get to posting those on DA soon. But yeah, I'm really proud of how those ones turned out. Especially the Tarbo one, with the rain just being all dramatic. Like, again, I was really happy with how that one turned out. That one was so good. Gennaro was changed because Spielberg hates lawyers. Indeed. We have nothing against lawyers, but it was always determined that the lawyer was going to die. We have nothing against lawyers, by the way. Thank you. I still love that to this day. We all knew the lawyer was gonna die. I mean, to be fair, let's be honest, Justin. Practically nobody likes lawyers, though. So, but to be fair, I look at it this way: I'm not the biggest fan of lawyers either. But at the same time, I also understand they are kind of a necessary evil in the world. Because without them, crime would be running rampant in the world. You'll have to make that clear. I fully intend to. Only JP 1 and 2 are staying. I totally understand that. I totally do. It's just, again, with the way I'm presenting doing things, it's like again, it's not because I hate the other movies. It's just I just felt like the best way to make this idea work was like I wanted to if the best way I could do it was like, because like the whole thing, it's like it's kind of taking some ideas from like the Return to Jurassic Park animated series. Like that's kind of where the idea kind of spawned. Some of the idea for it spawned from. Like in this case, it's Simon Masrani wanting to rebuild Jurassic Park, and he decides the best way to do it is he's going to have the experts on from the get-go. Because it was such a pain in the ass to work with. I mean, I guess. Oh no, I know he does. Sorry, it's just I got lost in that for a second. Yeah, Bruce. I thought I was grumpy. But like, so it's why Ms. Ronnie basically, brings Alan, Ellie, and Malcolm on board. Is basically offering to bring them on board. Like, like Malcolm does eventually just like Malcolm initially is kind of just like, yeah, I'm not for this, like F this, I'm out. But eventually he does come around to it because he's like, all right, I'm going to at least mitigate some of the chaos, help mitigate some of the chaos that's inevitably going to come your way. Because that's totally what Malcolm, because that's just who Malcolm is. I'm also thinking that because Malcolm's coming on board, it's because of Malcolm being on board, like Sarah would also come aboard by default. Just because I do want to give Sarah some love. Like, I definitely want to use the other characters from the other movies as well. Like if I can find, I definitely want to give something for the Kirbys to do if I can. I just don't know what. If anybody has any ideas, please feel free to hit me up. Oh my god, I just realized the time. I think that's going to do it for now, guys. I might have an idea for the Kirbys. Will you use Billy? Helen Grant, Avengers, assemble. Will I use Billy? Most likely. I like Billy. Eric is a hardware store owner. Make him something of an inventor. I kind of... Nah, probably wouldn't work, because like, by that point, like, Lex would probably be... No, it's all good, bro. Plan on using the Kerbix and... Aw, really? Nice! You don't have to reveal anything about that just yet if you don't want to, my friend. I would much rather be surprised if that's how you want to do it. But yeah, I definitely want to use Billy. Like, I like Billy. Like, I will admit, like, I've always gone back and forth whether or not I feel like Billy should have died or not. I'm like, yeah, realistically, Take some inspiration. Maybe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call it here for now, boys. But like I said, like if any of you guys have any ideas for like what I could do with the Kirby's or even some of the other characters like Billy and whatnot, always feel free to hit me up on Discord or any of my socials. Actually, oh, he's actually a millionaire. Nice. Bro, I love that. Okay, and so with that, I'm officially going to call this stream a night. I thank everybody for coming out. You guys are awesome as always. I love you all wholeheartedly. Peace out.